will turn round. There's nothing left of Victoria Station apart from one platform, I think, that's completely overgrown. But this is an amazing structure. There's still a railway track up there, but it's been abandoned now for a couple of years. One line. Let's have a look down here at part of the Five Weirs walk. Though I'm not going to do it all today. Or indeed much of it at all. I'm just going to have a quick look. Because I'll probably do this when I'm doing the river series. Because of course we're right next to the river. This is kind of eerie. This walkway is creaking beneath me. It's so cold down here. There may be lots of wind noise on this video, I don't know. But I was determined to go and get some filming done. That have been, I think some of them are used, a lot of them are just abandoned. In fact, there was a video on YouTube that was walking around here the other day actually, because I've never been here before. But these are all just pretty much abandoned railway units. Oh, I'd love to get up there and have a walk along the track, but that's for another day. So it is my intention to wander around most of Sheffield city centre. Over the next few months. Because there's a lot of it that I simply have never explored. Why the spider? What's the story with this artwork? That's the Royal Victoria Hotel up there. That used to be right next to Sheffield Victoria train station. The hotel's still there at least. So we're walking back now towards the Wicker on part of the Five Weirs walk. If it wasn't so cold I'd go a bit further. It's just my hands are freezing. It is Thursday the 29th of January 2026, by the way. This is my first bit of filming in town since Christmas. So the river part, yeah, I'm going to leave the river part until I come down and do all my river filming for the Sheaf and the Don. So we'll head back up towards the Wicker. So I'm utterly and completely shocked about this part of town. It just looks derelict. You know, I can remember walking down here when the markets are open and it was like, you couldn't move. You could not move. This is Dixon Lane, that's where Rebels nightclub was. Just up the stairs. Ah, fond memories. It's now kind of just a backwater, completely almost deserted. Oh, the Norfolk Arms, that pub is still there. I've been there before. Not for a very long time though. All so different. This is Shude Hill. The Supertram. I'm not saying anything about that. There was a bar down here, it was called the Barrow Boys, wasn't it? It was in there. I never went in, but I remember hearing things about it. So here we are. I feel like I've just travelled in time, because literally the last time I walked around here it would have been the mid-1980s. And many of the buildings around here weren't here. So it's kind of good to bring up some old pictures and see what things used to look like. Baker's Hill. Oh, this comes out in Fitzalan Square, doesn't it? Yeah. Again, the last time I walked this way, mid-1980s, when that was actually the post office. It was a big main post office building. I think it's part of Sheffield Hallam University now, but we'll walk past it. Well, at least the artwork is colourful. Otherwise it would be incredibly depressing. So this, once a main post office. I remember going in there in the 80s. It's something to do with Sheffield Hallam University now. Although, it doesn't look like there's any access. Yeah, great fun. Fitzalan Square, a shadow of itself. Again, this was an area that was pretty busy back in the 1980s. Used to be a cinema here, of course, the Classic, which burnt down in 1984. And that used to be a pub. The Bell Inn, I think it was called. So, Fitzalan Square, another place I almost don't recognise, apart from what used to be the big post office. Yeah, Sheffield Hallam University Department of Art and Design now. I'd love to go in for a look around, but perhaps not on this session. Mecca Bingo used to be the Odeon cinema. There's not that many original cinema buildings that survive in Sheffield city centre. In fact, 2 or 3 I think. There's one down on West Bar that's a kind of storage unit, and this one which is a bingo hall. I think this closed in the 70s. I don't remember it being open, but it was a big cinema. Arundel Gate. Used to be lots of shops along here. And a bar. That used to be a bar here. It was called the D&R Bar. Does anyone remember that? It was there in the about 17, 18 years ago, I think. So, here we come to where the hole in the road was. Now, if you know Sheffield, you'll know of the hole in the road, even if you never experienced it. It was closed in 1993, I think. but it was right there. A very grey Sheffield today. So the whole of the road deserves an entire video dedicated to it. It really does, because it's right here. In fact, this circular part was where the actual hole in the road borders were, and the roads just went all the way around it like a roundabout. Hard to believe. I actually explored the hole in the road before it was filled in. It was closed and they were part demolishing it, but I climbed over the fence and explored it. It was about 2 o'clock in the morning back in 1994, before they'd properly started filling it in. Oh, what days. What days. I'm getting hungry now. Burger and sauce. I remember that's Pizza Hut. Not that long ago. So let's just walk around here to the Dove and Rainbow, which I have a great affection for. Oh, just before we do that, this is Hartshead Square, and that's where Radio Hallam used to be, the original Radio Hallam. He went through the doors right there into reception, and all the studios and stuff were upstairs there. Wow. I visited it a few times back in the 70s. Oh wow, it's so much ancient history, isn't it? But this is why I wanted to make all these videos about Sheffield, just to see what it's like in 2026 as compared to a few decades ago. I think Sheffield has changed more remarkably than any other place I can think of. You take a city like York, and nothing has really changed that much in the city centre for a very long time. But here, oh, it's different. Dove and Rainbow. Established 2006. I remember it well.